With South Africa's unemployment rate currently standing at almost 32%, the jobs crisis demands economic growth and concrete solutions. But with most NGOs concerned about potential cuts to the public job programs, are more internships the way to go? Newzroom Afrika's Andersen filed this report.
Stats SA figures show that South Africa has 4.6 million unemployed youth, while about 6 million youth are employed. This puts the youth unemployment percentage at 43.4%. Youth Capital's Crystal Duncan-Williams says 8 in 10 young people have never had a job. The group believes that public employment programs and internships are a solution to bridge the divide between inexperienced job seekers and employers who are not willing to hire without experience.
A report came out just over a year ago where we spoke to 70 small business owners, particularly for small business owners. You can understand why they're hesitant to hire a young person that they've got to train and mentor that has absolutely no work experience, especially in a small business where there's not big HR departments to manage the training and onboarding of these young and inexperienced people. So it's really difficult to figure out what the answers are there. But things like learnerships and internships and public employment programs are a great way to kind of bridge that divide between young people who are, desperate for their first work experience and employers who are saying, we just can't take the risk of hiring a young person who's never worked before.
The latest turn on the youth unemployment discussion comes after President Cyril Ramaphosa made a public plea to businesses to hire young people without work experience. Youth Capital says while public sector jobs and internship programs have been a mixed bag in terms of success, the government has to turn its focus to working hand in hand with established community job programs.
We've really seen government work with other, cross-department in the case of the DBE and the presidency, or in the case of the Social Employment Fund, work with local community partners instead of just coming in with a massive program and dumping it into a community, really looking at existing grassroots organizations and working with them. So I think these kinds of ways of working are really encouraging for me. On the flip side of that, towards the end of last year, we had the Department of Labor, announce that it was going to create something like 2 million work opportunities in 3 months while spending 18 billion rand. And so when I hear things like that, then, I do think that there's no hope, because if government still has the approach of we'll just throw money at this problem and then suddenly magically it will, resolve itself, then, that gives me pause for concern.
And with youth unemployment numbers still as high as they are, and some graduate programs leading to exploitation or a lack of support, once again, calls are being made for South Africa's youth to be more aware of the possibilities in the technical and artisan industries, with both areas desperately needing more skilled personnel. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Andersen in Johannesburg.